you. I'll ask to uh, I'll ask Professor Katsunobo Imai, Morita's PhD student and long-time collaborator, to share his insights, his talks, and gave us the talk. He's, he will give a talk, simple, reversible, and innovative models, remembering Kenichi Morita's contributions. So
Okay.
I'll ask
Okay,
take the
then
stage.
can I share
Yes.
the slides? Then, if can you hear? Oh, hmm, okay. Uh, Actually, maybe my name is Katsunobo Imai, and actually, quite a long-term collaborator with Kenichi.
Yes.
And
Yes.
actually, when I received the mail from Scanta, just send return. I talk. My talk title is simple reversible something models, but maybe it is not so important for me to explain Kenichi's work because maybe I strongly believe just read these books, please. It's all done. And because I think, of course, the number of pages is extremely long, but in my opinion, his English sentences, paragraphs, quite readable. Maybe it is very impressive because when I joined his laboratory, of course, I am not so good at writing English sentences, but his comment was very impressive for me because English is just like a programming language. So uh, just write down as if when you make a program by C or at least for some other computer languages, English is almost the similar. So after that, I have an opportunity to read a number of researchers' articles. Compared to the other researchers, Kenichi's article is bit easier to read, I think. So please read these books. So, and after that, so that maybe I should talk about the unpublished side of him because published article is sometimes some other researchers are more familiar with the contents, but compared to me, but maybe unpublished side is not so familiar. So today's talk is we talk my talk focus on the unpublished side, and the meaning of simple is Why simple? Because this is pointed out by Artyom Alhazov, a researcher in Moldova, and he came to our laboratory and stayed almost 2 years once at a time. And he pointed out that Kenichi's paper titles often use the word simple. So just check the Google Scholar. 15 articles contain the simple. Yes, I agree with him. And so anyway, he usually tried to find a simple element or simple thing or simple rule. And another important factor for to understand his personality is he is not a student of the information science course because he entered the School of Engineering Science at Osaka University in 1967. And at that moment, there is no information science course in Osaka University. Information science course was established in 1970. And so I'm not sure if the course had already established. And I am not sure his option is information science course or not. But anyway, he entered the biophysical engineering. So he was a student of a biophysics engineering course. Very impressive. And the department is quite curious because very interdisciplinary field and biology and neuroscience and physics and information science. So the curriculum is very complicated because the department offers numerous courses, molecular biology, biophysics, neurophysiology, quantum mechanics, control theory, information theory, and automata theory, and some more. And so because the department was established by, founded by the professors who fascinated with cybernetics. So anyway, how to build a person or a human or bionic organism is how to be established. So everything is quite ambiguous in the era of 1967. So maybe the professors in the faculty should make many trials and errors. And so he was the first student. And so the 1967, but actually I also graduated from the same department. And when I entered the department, there exists the lecture. This lecture is very impressive for me because the name of course is Introduction to Biophysics, not to computer science, biophysics. And it was a very surprise. I was very surprised because this course begins from Hodgkin-Huxley equations, and it contains also a Turing machine. So the course, this textbook and the course has three chapters, and chapter one is a membrane excitation related things, and chapter two is digital information processing, including logic function or some finite automata. And the third section is Turing theory. It also contains the halting problems or some other related topics. And I am not so because I was also a hobbyist. My hobby was actually computer, but for me, mathematical equation, differential equation of a membrane excitation on the Turing machine is in the same lecture is very surprising for me. But this course is actually very impressive, and gradually I also understand what is important, because this course, Professor Mitsui is actually a biophysicist, and his major is X-ray analysis. So the but he suggested to Kenichi about how the computation could be carried out in physically reversible environments. At the moment, Kenichi have no knowledge of pioneers' work of Landau or Bennett or Toffoli's work, Frederick's work. And of course, Professor Mitsui had no knowledge of such conservative logic or some physically constrained computation. Professor Mitsui and Kenichi both has no knowledge, but quite impressive mixture of different field researchers. Discussion makes some interesting decision to, and I'm not actually sure, but anyway, Kenichi advised by him to start studying reversible computation. And another interesting, for me, interesting topic is this is mascot character of his laboratory. We call, Kenichi and I call the mascot character Turing board. And this figure originally written, drawn by Kenji Nakanishi, was one of the co-author of this textbook, and he is also a graduate student of Kenichi and other staff's laboratory. And but let's see this children boy. These positions, you can see many neurons. And so Kenichi, and of course I, is not a student of information engineering. So computing machines, when you think about computing machines, as far as I and Kenichi, I strongly believe Kenichi also think so, the question of can computing machines be conceived independently of the brain? Because when I attend a domestic workshop of computer science, there are many researchers who graduated from information science course. I was surprised because some researchers could think of computing machines apart from the brain. And as far as I think about, I hear about the word computing machines. The first, most closest computing machine exists here. So maybe we were students of a biophysical engineering course. So anyway, this figure is very symbolic because we can't we can't think computing machine separately from nature, including our brain. And this is a very old pictures of Morita laboratory, and maybe this is Kenichi, and this is Chuzo, and this guy is Victor Pupe. He when he was a doctoral student, he and three students of ENS Lyon came to stay our laboratory, and so this is a kind of a sushi party, and very surprising. I and Kenichi hardly know about in detail. Victor married the secretary of our department. So he found his wife in our department. And this is a very personally nostalgic photo from me. Is Automata 201 in France, and left this guy is doctor course student of Tommaso Toffoli's laboratory. So anyway, when Kenichi came to Hiroshima University, he frequently goes abroad to attend a lot of workshops, and so he actually I think he is he had a very nice time period in Hiroshima University because a lot of foreign researchers, co-researchers, and communicated with other countries' researchers. And this is another photo is 2013. This is Pepper Sands, and he is Thomas Walsh. And this is Jerry and Isoka-san. This is Umeo-san, maybe. And Automata 2016 was held at Hiroshima, and Kenichi was a chair. And this is a picture at the time, and here is Oscar and Morris and Klaus. And so many researchers come, and then the workshop was quite impressive for us. And Pepper-san pointed out that he is a very systematic person. And my titles, Kenichi left many simple results in his papers, but his methodology is entirely that of a complex systems. Sometimes his words and actions are very curious or astounding. So I introduced some topics, and first topics should these marathon and touring, and reversibility and universality is essays just occasion of his 70th birthday. He wrote his essay in his essays anyway. He continued almost 40 years running, but just reading this things is not so complicated, but the latter part is very impressive for us. I joined his laboratory in 1993, so quite a long ago. And so I came to Hiroshima June 93, and in Japan, June is very hot. So a few days after I arrived at Hiroshima University, and he said, I ran to campus, and he has a lot of sweat and hot. So he wanted a shower and just return to his flat and take a shower and come back again. I was surprised. Did you take a bus? No. So his flat is 55 kilometers from the campus. So just in the morning, he running to university, and too hot and want to take a shower. So just return, running back to his flat. and take a shower and return running back again to university and 15 kilometers running and start daily. Mm. Completely beyond understanding for me. I am not so good at running words. So I never think I yo I anyway I can't express my feeling when I hear his word in just my beginning of joining his laboratory and start working, and he said is possible. And so he liked to running. So at the moment, our faculty annually hold a marathon relay race. And anyway, he earned stage prize just running with many younger students. He usually earned a stage prize running. And I and student in our laboratory completely surprised because he applied a certain Japanese 100 kilometers marathon, but unfortunately was rejected. So he completely want to run, attend the marathon, and want to run 100 kilometers. we were actually shocked. But anyway, in my understanding, he likes touring. He likes touring. So touring likes marathon. So the as a logical consequence, Kenichi like marathon. And another hobby, his hobby is running, and another hobby is listening to music. And his favorite music was Wagner's. And I also surprised he has an opportunity to attend the Bayreuth Festival. Because recently, reservation is getting a bit easier. But when I heard he attended the Bayreuth Festival, getting a ticket were actually very difficult. Does anyone have had an opportunity to attend the Bayreuth Festival? So, and he once said, Wagner's music has the effect of similar to a drug. I'm not sure. Someone, I'm sorry, someone like Wagner's music, but anyway, completely beyond our understanding. But anyway, Wagner's music is, I heard that the worst music when you drive a car is Wagner's. So maybe listening Wagner's has some effect to find some reversible things to may be effective. So if you stuck with studying something, try to listen Wagner. Maybe you can figure out something. And this is also a very curious and impressive topic, and I have to show you about the Gödel and Nagarjuna. And in Japan, a theoretical computer science community, LA Symposium, is annually they hold two workshops in year, and it is very old, and 1970s this community starts and still holds workshops. And Kenichi was active as a key member from the early days. And this community has a small bulletin. And Kenichi wrote an essay about the limit of language logic by Gödel and Mother Yamaka. I can't read this, but Chugan is maybe readable by Lee-san. And in this essay, he discussed about the resemblance and the difference of Gödel and Nagarjuna's Guided and Gödel's self-reference, and but Nagarjuna's case is even the statement all is empty is itself empty. So there's no fixed thesis, and the related things that he discussed about the two persons notion is and I am not sure, but I also talked about many computer scientists in Japan, and but Kenichi is a very Kenichi is very unique because researchers of religion, particularly Buddhism or something, there is many researchers and hobbyists who are interested in such topic. But these mixture is quite unique, and just maybe 1980s or some. This is the first time I read about the mixture of these two notions. And he was a researcher of natural computing, and he was not interested only in computer models, I have already mentioned about our department was biophysical engineering. So maybe Kenichi also is not satisfied with only discussing about computational models. And this is a very rare photo. Kenichi discussed about the Loschmidt paradox is why does entropy irreversibly increase even though mechanics is time reversal symmetry. And of course, this is one of the main topic in thermodynamics physics. But in my feeling, Kenichi was careful to avoid engaging deeply with this topic in public. He is interested in the reversible logic and reversible computation, and published a lot of reversible computational models, but he is not so discuss about the physics side of reversible computation. But the fact does not mean he is not interested in physics side, because we are a student of biophysical engineering. And this is my final slide. And in my opinion, he was a hacker. Matthew Cook described his impressions. He discussed reversible logic element with memory with Kenichi a bit longer period. And his comment was very impressive for me, because he said, I was doing simulations by hand using magnets on the whiteboard and making ASCII diagrams like an old person, while he was doing very fancy simulations in Gory like a young person. Of course, maybe he consulting original works by Aristotle and Hegel. He once he published an article related to syllogism, and in his paper, in reference, Aristotle's organon was cited, and the citation is in Greek. And I asked to him, did you really read the organon in Greek text? He replied, yes. And another impressive topic for me is he once said articles of Turing, there are quite a few misprints. But as far as Gator's article, as far as I try to check, I couldn't find any mistake. Of course, he read the original German version. So it was very impressive for me, and unfortunately, Nagarjuna's text he read was a translated version. Unfortunately, Nagarjuna is not is a bit tough for even for him. But anyway, for example, in 1970, maybe in 1975 or around, maybe he made a program of Game of Life and PDP 12, and designing a reversible self-reproducing CA in Prolog. At the moment, he he made the program. He made almost all program in Prolog. So, for example, cell automata rules he gave me is the Prolog program. So I cannot but make a translator of Prolog code to another code. And after that, he found Python is quite convenient. So in some period, he wrote a Python program to simulate a reversible logic circuit. And but maybe the most surprising thing is using Gori to build incredibly complex configurations for others, including me, and yet insist they are very simple. Thank you. I finished.
Thank you so much, Katsunobo Imai. You are shared a lot of interesting stories. I cannot imagine that you read the original text of Aristotle. He read the original text of Gödel, and he was interested in Nagarjuna as well. Like three different perspectives, three different domains, and he was building some simulation, extremely complex simulation with a lot of inherent structures. And he will be always insisting it is very simple. Although we can understand how much meticulousness was there to build those small things in the Gaudi. Obviously, he was incredible. And you shared a lot of stories that we have never thought he was such a person. Thank you so much for giving a complete picture of his personality. So I'll request anyone who have any questions to ask him.
Yeah, Malika.
Yes.
So it's an amazing presentation. Very nice. I have I'm surprised to know that he's aware of he was placing Gödel and Nagarjuna side by side and giving etc. I have one question. As you said, he read Organum in Greek and Gödel in German. My question is, did he know Sanskrit when he was reading Nagarjuna?
Now, as far as the Nagarjuna, he cited the Japanese translation version
Yes.
of this.
For Nagarjuna, I think Japanese translations will be really good because from this India, a lot of the Sanskrit texts were translated in these and Japanese languages. Yes, it's nice. It's a nice combination, unbelievable combination. Yes. Okay. Anyone else want to ask anything? Yes, people.
Yeah. It's my first. I would like to thank Imai-san for the nice presentation. It was very interesting. So yeah, Kenichi was interested in kind of philosophical things too. I remember once he told me that he deeply studied also Buddhism. So I think from a philosophical point of view, he was very interested in it. That was maybe 10 or 15 years ago that he told me that. Just one comment about that. Yeah.
Thank you. Jiali is saying, Professor Jiali, you want to say something? Immersion is also, yes, I think so.
Very much. I want to ask the opinion of Imai Sensei, and how about the what's your viewpoint of the reversible computing? I think I want to ask, because I think Imai Sensei also worked very deeply on this matter, on this topic.
Because anyway, Kenichi's topic in reversible computing, and maybe the most important topic should be reversible logic element with memory. And because his theory is very systematic and comprehensive, and includes in a sense includes all reversible free props and build reversible sequential machines. And as far as in my knowledge, no other there is systematic discussion and construction of building a method of reversible sequential machine. And recently, I communicated with Matthew Cook, and he found very impressive results about Morita's reversible logic element related things will be appear in the next UCMC, just held a few, maybe few days after, and his result is amazing, and he has a new novel topics, and one is will be appear in the next UCNC, and maybe the second one will be published in due time. And his construction about reversible logic element is I can see composition of reversible logic element, but I can't understand why the element should be works. Anyway, the element is exactly works, but why the function emerged like this? And so, in my opinion, there should be some relation between a kind of group theory established by mathematicians. So maybe if you are interested in just study about some related topics about reversible logic element with memory still have a lot of questions. But anyway, the construction is, in a sense, systematic. But everything is not clear.
Thank you, Professor Imai, and thank you, Professor Lee. So, anyone want to ask any other questions since it's very late? Yes, General, please.
Hi, Katsunobo.
Hi.
Fantastic talk, and thank you very much for this very interesting details about of Kenichi. So really, thank you for all the Katsunobo.
Thank you, General. Subroto,
So-
yes.
I would like to
Hello,
thank, I would like to thank the Indian scientists to thank them for organizing this, because I think it's very important, also for me personally.
Yes. Kenichi was very close to us also. Although we have not interacted with him as you have seen him and met him, but he was very special to us also. Okay. Yeah, Subroto, you want to ask something?
Yes, sir, myself Subroto Paul. I'm a PhD scholar of Professor Sukanto Das. So my doubt is how strict he was with his students. I mean,
Yeah, he's a PhD student, so he must be interested to know how Kenichi was to his PhD students. Was he strict? That is his question.
yes.
Maybe Lee-san and Imai-san can answer that question best, whether he was strict. Was he a strict professor?
Uh, think it's a wonderful, heartful professor supervisor, I think. But he is very strict in science, I think.
Okay. Thank you. Since it is already very late in Japan, I believe it's probably 11 p.m. or more than that.